Ladies and gentlemen, your pole starter trying to win this race for the first time of his career. He's in a Ford. He's won 18 races here. He's sponsored by Fitzgerald Attorney at Law, Corks, Caps and Taps, Adams Towing and Recovery. How about it for Jason? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take it upstairs to our Grand Marshals, Humpy Wheeler and Darren DeWitt of Colors Edge. Gentlemen, for those magic words.
Gentlemen, under a full moon, start your engines.
This is our first recap video for 2015. I'm Jason Myers, and as always, Bobby Gray, the guy behind the camera. He's not on the front this time because he doesn't like it that much, but he's still here. So I've got to thank Bobby for coming out and doing this every week for us and videoing all the stuff at the track. And it's real nice when, you know, because in the car I can't watch the race. I don't know what happened. I don't know who did what. I don't know what happened to, you know, what car. I see wrecks and I see cars torn up, but I never know what happened. And it's, man, you don't know how awesome it is to have a guy that's like, yeah, I got that on video. So thanks again, Bobby, for all he does. We'll go ahead and throw the sponsors in before we get started. Courts, Caps, and Taps come back with us this year. Got to thank them. John Fitzgerald, DWI attorney. John, amazing, good friend. I mean, all my sponsors are great friends. Mark and Lillian at Courts, Caps, and Taps. John Fitzgerald. Doug Adams with Adams Towing and Wendy. I mean, just super great people. I mean, you know, they're not only sponsors, they're great friends. So I got to thank all those guys. We had a pretty good weekend, I guess you'd say. We had the fastest car in qualifying, so we got to start on the pole for the 200 lapper, which is, you know, that's always a good start. I mean, you know, there's a selfish part of me that likes qualifying on the pole. Even in the 100 lap races where you don't get to start there, it's a self-accomplishment feeling to know that you're the fastest car in qualifying. So we got rained out, so I got to actually be the fastest qualifier all week long. So that was a little bonus. But the race, we definitely had a car capable of winning the race. I don't know if my car was any better than Burt's. I know it was just as good. I feel like it might have been a little bit better at certain points in the race. I think there at the end, you know, with probably 25 laps to go, that we were about even. But you know, being a lot faster than a guy anyway, and getting around him at Bowman Gray is two different things. So we led for a little bit. We were struggling a little bit on our restarts. The car took a few laps before it get going, but I was actually upset the way I got passed at the racetrack Saturday night because I wasn't exactly sure how the rule was supposed to be on a restart. When we took the green, I thought the field everybody had to take the green too, but on a line scored race where all the laps count, Bowman Gray's rule is they freeze the field. So wherever you're at on the racetrack when the caution comes out is where they line you back up for the next restart. And Burt had his nose in front of me, maybe a half a car length or so when the caution came out, so Burt was technically your leader. I don't know, I just chalked that up to Burt getting a good restart, but Burt also being lucky enough to be the guy that gets a caution when he's half a car length in front of the leader. But it was, we had a good time. We finished second and Burt won the race. It was definitely a good night for the Myers family. I mean, to finish 1-2, and you know, between him and myself, we led all the laps and finished first and second. And you know, I don't think anybody had anything for us. I think we were definitely the two dominant cars. So, but you know, it's early in the season. A lot of guys got some work to do, and they're doing their homework, and they're going to get their cars faster. But it's definitely nice to start off with a real good race car the first race, so you got something to work with. So we actually ended up trying two cars. I took my LFR car over there and my Troyer car, and because I know that LFR is a better race car, but for Bowman Gray right now, my LFR is not quite as good as my Troyer. So we're running the LFR car on the tour, and we're running the Troyer car at Bowman Gray. And we're going to take our LFR back and keep trying some stuff and try to get it better. We had the wrong rear end in it, which set us back a little bit on it, so we didn't get much practice time in it by the time we got everything fixed. So we'll see how it goes. But Old Faithful, you know, we've been running this car for 2 years, and we got several wins and several poles with it. So it's kind of hard to leave it sitting at home. But we'll get the LFR better. We'll be back over there later on this year with the LFR. So we'll see how that goes. But well, you know, I want to thank everybody for coming out Saturday. They had a really great crowd. All the fans after the race signing autographs, and I mean, it seemed like the line was forever. You know, that's without those guys, you know, Bowman Gray wouldn't be what it is. people always ask, what is it about Bowman Gray that makes Bowman Gray so exciting? It's not the drivers and it's not the fans. It's a combination of everything. So, they're just as much part of this deal as we are. So thank you guys for coming out. And we'll go over there this week. We got a 100-lap race. We'll qualify, and then we'll redraw the whole field. The top 4 have the option to go to the rear to try to win some bonus money. We'll just have to see how all that plays out. I like money, but I like winning races too. So, as far as I'm concerned, we don't race for money anyway, because we lose money when we do race. So we'll just have to see how it goes. We got a pretty busy week this week. We actually, for the Coma Unwind series that we run a race Friday night at Kingsport, Tennessee, and then we'll be at Bowman Gray on Saturday. So my guys definitely have to step up this week. I know it's tough on them. It's tough on me, my dad, to have to travel all day and all night Friday to get back and make it to Bowman Gray. But that's what we do. That's what we love. So thanks again for everybody, all my sponsors, the fans, the guys that work on the car. And again, my man Bobby up here holding it down. So I also got to thank my wife, Bobby's wife, also Kia. They let us do this. It takes a good woman to have to be married to a race car driver. So I got to thank my wife. She's got her hands full with our kids and with our 3rd one on the way. So she's definitely got her hands full and her belly full right now. So we'll go back next week and see if when we do the video next week, we're talking about how we won the race and not how we finished in second. Because I'm telling you, I'm really getting tired of finishing second, especially to that Burt Myers fella. He's tough, but Burt's one of the best of the best. So it can't hurt your feelings too bad to get outrun by Burt Myers, but it's getting pretty old. So I'm gonna return the favor here pretty soon, I promise. Thanks.